All right, this is part 2 of who's coming towards you. The first part was Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And now we are going to do Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. All right, let's get started with Libra. Who is coming towards you for whenever you are watching this reading? Here we go. It's either going to be great or disaster. That's kind of how it works out. All right, here we go. Nervous laughter. Insert. Okay, a Page of Pentacles. All right, they might be younger than you. I feel like cutting this again. I don't know why. Here we go. Weird. Seven of Swords. And the Three of Cups. Before I pass judgment on this individual, Libra, we're going to see what is crossing these energies. They might be a student. I think they enjoy going out and having fun with their friends. Now, the Seven of Swords is a little concerning, so I'm not going to speak on that until I see what the crossing energy is. All right, Libra. Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, and Judgment. Ooh-wee. Okay. All right, looks like you have a knight in shining armor here. Or it would appear so, but I'm not so sure about that. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. Like I said, I feel like they're younger than you. This is someone new. They're wanting to rush right in with this cup. So I feel like they are making some type of effort to approach you. But there are some issues here. They do want to make an offer. They do want to come towards you. But there's something here. They have a secret. They're carrying a very, very heavy secret. It's not telling me what it is yet. But they're not telling you everything. And them keeping these secrets, whatever they are, it is a heavy, heavy burden. So that doesn't seem good to me. They could possibly already be in another connection here, Libra. That's what this feels like. So whatever the secret is that they're holding on to, it's like I said, it's a burden. It's a burden. So there's something here that I feel like they need to make a decision on. We have the Judgment card, which is leaving the past behind. And I feel like that's, whatever this threesome is here, okay, however this is coming up for you, it could be, three's a crowd, it could be that kind of energy, or it could just be partying, celebration, giving that up, making the choice to give that up. Maybe they're saying they are, but they're not really. So there's something kind of dishonest coming through here, which I don't like. I don't like that. They're hiding something. I feel like there's more than one person involved here. I'll be honest with you, Libra. I'm not digging it too much on this one. Virgo's was the most troubling of all of them. It was really, really bad. That one was a disaster. So what's this person's future actions towards Libra? Well, they do see you as a soulmate, and sometimes soulmates can be karmic. They can be here to teach lessons. Let's see, Ace of Cups. Their actions, they're going to offer you this cup. We have the World card. They want to start something new with you. They do. They do. But are they telling you everything? I don't think they are. That's the problem here. They are hiding something. It could be, if we want to look on the bright side of things, maybe they're just hiding their feelings for you. But they are still, I feel like they need to leave their past behind and give up, the partying and the, three's a crowd energy. They have to make a choice here, is what I'm feeling. Because they want to start something new with you. That's what we have. Seven of Swords again. Doggone it, Libra. I don't know if you can trust this person. Six of Wands. victory, Hierophant, commitment. But can you trust this person? There's an element here of maybe you two were the ones that were, you could have been the other person here, other woman, other man, and then now you're coming together. That's a possibility. No judgment here, none whatsoever. You know, but there's something here where this partnership is founded on this. Not quite so being honest here. Now, for some of you, maybe they've stolen your heart. We could say that, right? But you would know how this is really coming out. There's some sneaky business here. Oh, yes. Very sneaky business. They're really not telling you everything. It's not telling me why. I think they like having options. And even though they might be saying they're done with their old life or their old partnerships, I'm just not fully buying it. That Seven of Swords is not good here. Now, if I was to try to look at this as a more positive thing, it could be, because some of you, it just depends on your situation. Some of you are dealing with a cheater. Straight up, that's it. Once a cheater, always a cheater, right? There's something about them you'll never get the truth out of them, okay? That's for some of you. Find out how they were in their past relationships. If the person you were dealing with cheated on someone in the past, there you go. That's their MO. That's what they're going to do. You are no different. I know you like to think you're special, and you are, Libra, but not that special to them, okay? I've made that mistake before in other things, right? And so, now for some of you, if that's not the case, because not all of you are dealing with a cheater, you could be dealing with someone who's about to surprise you. They could be secretly planning this offer of love. And with the Hierophant here in the world, this could be a proposal. Yes, I'm saying it for some of you. Not all of you are dealing with a toxic person, okay? This could be someone who is planning to ask, will you marry me? It's here. We have the Ace of Cups here. This is love, new love. They want victory, success. They want a yes here. They want to start their life with you. We have the World, new life. We have this commitment here. So this could go either way. And that kind of gets me, because only you will know if you're dealing with someone who's toxic. If this person has cheated before, then no. I would say no on this. I really would say no. So let's see what's the outcome here. I mean, this one just fell out. So we have walking away. Some of you, if you're dealing with that toxic person, a cheater, you could just be walking away from it, cutting your losses and saying, well, nope, it's not going to be for me. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just not going to have it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I could see this going either way. Depends on who you're dealing with here, really. King of Swords. And, wow, Two of Wands. Let's see what happens here. So the King of Swords sees the big picture, has clarity. So you might be getting clarity about this situation. There's a choice to be made, a path to be taken here with that too. Sure enough. Knight of Swords now. A lot of swords coming in. Pages, a lot of swords coming in. Oh my goodness. And the Three of Pentacles. So there's some Gemini energy here. So some of you might decide to just leave this, or they might decide to just not do it. We do have action here, but it's in another direction. You know what I'm saying? It's going off separately is what I'm feeling here. That's for some of you. I'm also getting, for some of you, this could be an ultimatum. And you know, ultimatums are tough. When you give somebody an ultimatum, they're usually going to pick the thing that you don't want them to pick. You know, you could be saying it's either me or nothing. Like you're not going to, you know, if there's a third party involved, you might be saying you either choose me or I'm walking away. And you have to commit to that, because I can see that happening here too. I'm seeing like two different stories, you know. And this is about being fearless and really sticking with that. If you say that you're going to walk away, if they don't choose you, you're not going to be part of this third party nonsense anymore. You have to be fearless and bold enough to do it and to cut it out, to end it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to commit. Whew. We have the King of Swords here, very unemotional energy. Someone who's got a bigger plan here, who's seeing things long term. Like, how is this going to work out? It's new thinking. It's thinking about the big picture. Do you want to be with someone who's been sneaking around? You know, this is about. I do feel that the King of Swords trusts his intuition. So this is about trusting your intuition, but also being knowledgeable about the situation. There's not a lot. If you look here, there's not a lot of love right here. This is trying to figure things out and do what's right. You know, get some information here. This Page of Swords. This is an expert on this. So you might be with this communication here, this Page of Swords. Sometimes it's just watching, but you might have someone around you that can give you some type of information about this person, because this could be an expert. And that's what I'm feeling here. Man, there's just something about this that doesn't quite feel right, you guys. Gotta be honest. There is a path here. Choosing a path. And we have the Three of Pentacles. You know, this is creative solutions. You know, I don't know, honestly, if this feels weird that you would try to find a creative solution to this problem. If they're a cheater, if they're being dishonest, then that's not the way to go. There should be, you know, that just walk away, right? So the outcome feels like you can either, it feels like this is a choice and this is a choice over here. You have a path. You can either just work with it, work with this energy and stay with it, or you can just make a clean break and walk away. I feel like the choice is yours here, Libra. Do you want to deal with this? Is this person, are they cheating? Is that the energy that's coming through for you? Or is this person surprising you with this offer? And maybe they're not cheating, but that's what they've been keeping to themselves, this burden of wanting to reach out and connect with you. It's up to you to know your situation, right? Please choose wisely. Get a background check on this person and ask around. Ask people what they're like in their past relationships. If they were a cheater, then that's your answer right there. That's kind of what I'm feeling. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Let's see who is coming towards you. As we get deeper into these readings here, the energy is starting to shift. It's kind of weird. All right, so Scorpio, who is coming towards Scorpio for whenever they are watching this reading? Let's see. Oh, could be a Sagittarius. Knight of Cups could be a Pisces. Oh, or the devil. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Woo! A lot of different energies there. Not thrilled about that devil energy, but let's see what's crossing it. Are they a trickster? I don't know. So they have the Empress here on the Temperance, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Pentacles. I think they're obsessed with work. Woo! All right, deep breath. Temperance and Empress. This is about someone who's very creative. They are able to create their environment, create their world. Very much feels like a magician energy. The Temperance is turning water into wine, right? Kind of the Jesus card of the tarot. Dare I say it. But then we have this Empress energy. This is being very attractive to what they want. I feel like they are a master of the law of attraction. They get what they want, is what I feel like. And especially kind of with that Devil energy too. I don't feel like it's negative. I'll tell you that much. But they have this magnetic attraction to them and this ability with their inner world to create their outer world. And we see that with the Empress, Taurus energy, also Libra energy. They do want to come towards you and offer you this cup, the Knight of Cups, but I don't know. I don't feel like they have. We have the Hangman. Maybe they're not sure how to approach you or what they're going to say, how they're going to do it. I don't feel like they've done anything yet. That's what I'm feeling here. And the reason might be because I think they're pretty content being single right now. We have the Devil crossed by the Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. We have Virgo energy, and we have Capricorn here. And it could be that they enjoy things that maybe are not something they want to share with others. It feels kind of taboo. They might be into some freaky maybe. That's what it feels like. But this is a card of being single, Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficient. Yeah, they might have some addictions, but it feels kind of there's something taboo about this person. But I think they enjoy being single. But I think they're very tempted by you to offer a cup. I don't know how committed it'd be. So let's see. What are their future actions here towards Scorpio? I think they're very tempting. Okay, well, it looks like they might be reaching out. We have the Page of Cups here. They might be making a tiny little offer, showing the tiny little interest here. With that Page of Cups. So let's see what else we have. Hermit. Maybe not. It might be a tiny offer, but I think they're still they're still thinking about it. There's still something. Why can't they? What is it with the comfort zone? Why would this? I'm curious. Nine of Wands. Okay, that kind of makes a bit more sense. They've been through some stuff in the past. Knight of Pentacles now. They're very slow moving, very slow. They might choose you though. Look at that, because they have choosing a path, and they had Scorpio right there. So they are looking at you. Definitely looking at you. Once again, we have this 9 energy, which for me kind of tells me they're very single. Maybe they've been single for a while, because this is self-sufficient energy. I think they have strength of character. I think they can pick themselves up after being like rejected. I think they might expect rejection here. I'm not sure why that's coming through, because we have this wounded warrior energy, but they have luck. You see a beetle here. There's a ladybug there. We've got Sagittarius. So I think this person is a bit lucky. Feels like they're lucky because they've been through a lot, but they still have so much. That's what I'm feeling here. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficient. They're doing well for themselves. I think they have plenty enough to share if they wanted to. But I think they're contemplating it. They really, really are. Maybe some strategy there as well. Because the Nine of Wands will do anything. And that might be something that scares them a little bit. You know, how they feel about you, that they might be willing to just do anything to have you. So we have the Hermit. They may have been single for quite a while. Maybe done some soul searching. We have the Star energy here. You might be starting to break them out of their shell if they've been single for a while. And that's not to say that they haven't dated or been with people. I'm just saying they've been single, like not committed, right? But here again, we're seeing these little beetles. There is something about beetles here, and I'm not sure what that is. Beetles to me are a symbol of good luck and prosperity. So, but the Knight of Pentacles is very slow. This is double Virgo energy. So barely moving at all, just thinking about it. Really, really thinking about it. They know they need to make a decision here, and they're going to have to leave a comfort zone. I think that Hermit energy, just staying where they are and not making any decisions, is very comfortable. But they can't stop thinking about you. Their path, they feel like they're being guided towards you, maybe. But you are definitely in their sights. You're definitely on the radar. So let's see, what is the outcome here? So I don't feel like they're making a move yet, but man, they are thinking about it. They're kind of tied up. Yeah. And it might be tied up to another situation. They might be tied up with a Knight of Cups or a Pisces or something like that. You know, they might have to free themselves from that before they can approach you. Who knows? Too many different variables here. Indecision. Ten of Cups. They see happiness here and a new beginning, but are they going to do anything about it? You know, the Two of Swords is this or that thinking, but there's so much more to this than they can really see. If they were to just use their intuition, then the answer would become clear. Five of Wands. High Priestess. Yeah, they need to use their intuition and follow their, how they feel. They're in a struggle here. They might think that there's competition for you, but I feel like this is in their head. Do I, don't I? Should I stay or should I go? Should I do this? Should I not? You know, because we have that Two of Wands here. They're definitely thinking about you. Is this going to work? Is it worth it? You know, I think they see potential here for a lot of happiness. And it could be that the more they stay in this thought of how happy you could be together, and the opportunities here with the High Priestess, this like connection you have, it could be almost telepathic for some of you. I think the more they stay in this energy and focus on the good, I do think they're going to reach out at some point if they can overcome this in their mind. I'm not saying they will, but its potential is there, that there could be a new beginning here with this person. It feels like a gift coming in. More rabbits. Okay, I've seen a lot of rabbits in these cards here. I didn't want to say anything, but they're everywhere. And rabbits, they're very prolific with offspring, children, you know. So yeah, they're thinking about you in a wink wink sort of way. But I feel like they're wanting to give you a gift, and maybe that's what is happening here. Maybe they're finally just going to step up. This feels like it's going to win out for most of you, but it may not. You know, I mean, we do have this conflicting energy here. So it's still kind of up in the air, really, for some of you here, Scorpio. All right, that is who's coming towards you. Now let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, this is who's coming towards you for whenever you are watching this reading. And so let's just dive right into it and see who's coming towards you for Sagittarius. Who is coming towards Sagittarius? That feels good. We'll stop there. And I'm Sagittarius Sun and Moon. So we'll see. Ooh, Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. Maybe. Let's not jump the gun here. Pisces energy, Knight of Wands. You might have more than one suitor. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, you might have 3. Or that could be somebody just watching you, a looky-loo, somebody watching, wanting to make a move towards you. Maybe wanting to go on an adventure with you, Sagittarius. That could just be representing you here because that is card of Sagittarius. So might be wanting to approach you because look at that. That's interesting. All right. Bam. Oh, Emperor. Wow. Okay. 7 of Wands. And the 4 of Pentacles. They haven't said anything yet. I'll tell you that right now because we have the looky-loo here just watching you, and the 4 of Pentacles just kind of keeping everything to themselves, close to their heart, close to their chest. They might see you as something very valuable that they would like to hold on to. But right now with that Page of Swords, probably not saying anything. Okay. So yeah, maybe waiting for the right moment. All right, so they are in this Knight of Cups and the Emperor. Wow. So taking action, wanting to come towards you and offer you this cup of love, their affections here, which is interesting that the Emperor is all of the kings combined, not very emotional, but then we see here tons of this emotion, them wanting to offer their emotion. So this is someone I think who's they feel like on the up and up, like a good person. This is someone who has authority over their lives. And so I can say that when this type of person decides they're going to offer their emotions to someone, it's a big deal. They don't do this, haphazardly at all. The Emperor is a very calculated person. So Sagittarius, this actually might be your energy coming through. You might be guarded right now. I think you do have healthy boundaries here, so that's good. But if you want love in your life, you got to be open to it. But I think this is having very firm and healthy boundaries, Sagittarius. So that feels like you are coming through as part of their energy. They see you as someone who isn't going to let just anyone in, and they like that. They like that you are very selective and that you are very guarded. At the same time, you're very much Sagittarius. You're independent. They realize that. You're freedom loving. You're very excitable and happy, and they love all those qualities about you. All right, so let's see what are their future actions towards Sagittarius. What is their future actions? What do we have? Oh, I don't know if they're going to come forward. They are really tied up in their mind. Queen of Wands. They are afraid of getting their heart broken by you, Sagittarius, and it has got them. Because I think you have this ability with how they're thinking of you and how they are really valuing you. I think they're kind of intimidated, which is kind of funny because they're the Emperor here. They are afraid you're going to break their heart. And they are all up in their mind about it. But they are so attracted to you. They're just drawn to you. They're going to have to be bold and brave here and overcome their anxiety and fears. It's kind of weird that this is coming out for someone who appears to have, control here. 9 of Swords on the 3. Jesus. The Chariot. Their actions. Ooh. Oh my gosh. This has really got them I mean, twisted and turned around. They don't like it. I can tell you that right now, because they like to have authority and control. But I think what you've done to them, Sagittarius, is you've really freaked them out. They think of all the people they've ever known, you have the ability to just crush them. If you were to say no, they couldn't take it. And it's on their mind. It's really it's kind of funny that they're going doomsday. You know, like that's what this feels like. If this person was to break my heart, that would be the end of me. And that's kind of what they're thinking. A lot of intimidation here. No wonder they're not reaching out yet. But, let me say this, but something is happening here with this Eight of Swords crossed by the Chariot, because they are the Emperor, right? I think there is this moment where they're thinking about, you know, if they reached out to you, rejection is what this is. They can't stand the thought of you rejecting them. It would just like destroy their world here, Sagittarius. But I think because they are the Emperor and the Knight of Cups, they have drive, they have focus, they can get control of this 100%. Okay, because the Emperor is a combination of all the kings, and one of those kings is, you know, King of Cups, you know, master of their emotions. And so they're going to have to master their emotions to get through this, because you've got them just really, really all tied up here in their mind. You are living rent free there, you know. And so I feel like here with the Chariot, they're taking control, they're taking charge, and they have focus. And they're like, you know what? No, that's not going to happen. That I'm not accepting it. And this is going to be a victory. I'm going to go towards them. This is that decision, that light here coming through with this Cancer energy, that, you know, mysteries or not, they're going to go for this. I feel like they're going for it. I think they're going to turn on all their savvy, like, powers with that Magician. It almost feels like they're wanting to, like, bring you to them. You know, like they're drawing you in with just their charisma. You know, I think they're kind of wanting to, this is kind of weird. They're definitely coming towards you with that Chariot, but they're wanting to entice you and almost hypnotize you to where you actually make the first move. Isn't that weird? Because the Queen of Wands is the one that is bold and makes the first move, but I think they're trying to work their magic on you. I'm not sure that I like that, Sagittarius. I think it's a little bit manipulative, but I think it's just their personality. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on this one, to be honest with you. I'm a little iffy on this one. All right, so let's see what the outcome is. Let's see what the outcome is here. This is another strange reading. Woo! Page of Pentacles. Four of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. All right, Page of Pentacles, communication. Small opportunity here. They might be, you know, addressing this as, because this is like commitments and partnerships. I don't know, it feels like that maybe that's how they're coming towards this. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Ten of Swords. King of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sagittarius. So we have communication here. And we also have the Ten of Swords. So it could be that this communication, it's very small. It's promising. There's opportunity here. And, you know, I think they're I think by opening up this communication, it ends this person's suffering, because we do see suffering here. We got the Eight of Swords, we got the Nine of Swords, we got the Three of Swords. It could be that when they make this first step to reaching out to you, and I think because the reason why we're seeing the Page of Pentacles here and not, cups or something like that, it starts very innocently. It's more like maybe even a business kind of thing, or they might say, can I purchase your services? Or they're interested in something that you're doing, right? Just to kind of get their foot in the door, just to kind of get the conversation started. Okay, this feels like a conversation starter, like conversation hearts, but about what you do for work, you know? And so by taking that first tiny step, it ends their suffering here. I think they do have commitment on their mind with this King of Swords. They're looking at the long term, a long term commitment with you, Sagittarius. Very serious. But the thing with the King of Swords is not very, they're not showing their emotions right out of the gate. They're not. Okay. And you may not know that this is what they're planning, but they are planning a long term commitment partnership with you. Okay. And so for some of you, I mean, this could be business, but I don't know. It feels like business in a way. So we have the ends with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. We have victory here. Success, victory, accolades. Nine of Cups is self-sufficient happiness. So I think it's interesting that this is how it's ending here. There's some type of happiness and victory. It's not really telling me if you're accepting this offer, and maybe you are. But however this plays out, I think whether you accept it or not, the strange message is that you'll be okay. They'll be okay. It's not as like world ending if it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all? That's kind of what I'm feeling here. There's some type of triumphant victory over being happy on your own. And maybe that's how they're seeing you, Sagittarius, that you are happy on your own. Maybe that's drawing them to you, because that is a very attractive quality. When someone is happy and they're not dependent on other people for being happy, that is a victory. And maybe they're sharing that same energy as well. That's what it feels like here. But we do have that offer of the Knight of Cups, and with this, that's the 10. So I don't know. Well, you'll have to tell me how this works out with this person if it comes to pass. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. All right, let's move on now to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, this is your who's coming towards you for whenever you are watching this reading. It's been a mixed bag. Some of these have been great and some of them have been a disaster. So we shall see. We shall see. All right, what do we have? Oh, Four of Cups. Seven of Swords. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the Devil. All right, that's Capricorn energy. So that could be, you showing up here. But this is them. So they could be in some Devil energy. Or they could be a Capricorn. Let's just say that, It could just be that. We'll see what's crossing it. That'll let us know what's going on here. Eight of Wands. Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. More Capricorn energy. So we have the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands, and we have this Four of Pentacles over here, which is holding on to the past. They could be holding on to some toxic, bad habits or a past person, so do be careful of that. There's something here, I feel like, in their past that maybe they just haven't gotten over, or I don't know. I'm just not getting the greatest vibes here, Capricorn. This is someone who can be unhappy with the situation but not willing to really do anything about it. But hopefully that is changing. We do have some type of momentum coming in here. It could be messages, things speeding up. This is a good card. It's very good. So we do have this hand coming in, this type of opportunity. So maybe they're coming out of this funk. Could be. And so let's take a look at this. Seven of Swords coming up with the Devil in the same row, and that Four of Cups. Not my favorite combination. Now, this is a golden card, and it's not necessarily meant to be negative. It's about strategy, doing things differently. But we do have this person sneaking away. And it could be that they're trying to find some balance here with the Two of Pentacles. Like they might be sneaking away from, what do you call it? Responsibilities or something else. They're sneaking away from something, trying to fit this in, which I'm not a fan of that either. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but there's a lot of communication coming in here. But my problem with that is in that Four of Cups is they're in a state of dissatisfaction and not being happy. And that might be them trying to reach out to new people to try to find some way to make them happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really liking that. They could already still be involved with someone. Sorry. So they might be sneaking around, trying to have a little fun, because we have work versus play here with the Two of Pentacles. And yeah, there's something not quite right here, Capricorn. I hate to say that, but that's what's coming through. And with that Devil energy as well, maybe they're more focused on pleasure or, you know, things like that. Ugh, I don't like that. Not a fan of this. Let's see what their future actions are here. I just gotta read it as it comes out. Yeah, I think they're really concerned with sex, I'll be honest with you, with that Ace of Wands. Two of Swords, muddled thinking, King of Cups. It's not to say they don't have deep emotions. They're trying to be on top of their emotions here with that King of Cups energy, Scorpio, showing up. But yeah, I really do get that feeling that they might be addicted to this right here, this pleasure, because we do have the Devil. They're holding on to it. Queen of Swords, Two of Wands on the Two of Swords, and the Death card. So we have double Scorpio energy showing up here. So you could be dealing, they might be Scorpio, they could be Capricorn. I get the feeling that they feel like if they approach you, because they're very attracted to you, they want this Ace of Wands with you. I get the feeling that they think you're just going to chop. Not like... I was thinking Lorena Bobbitt. Not that. You'll just say no. Just flat out no. You're not interested. And I think if you're wanting something more serious, then that would probably be right. You know, I think you mean business, and I think they're afraid of a no. So I think that's why we see this this indecision here and the path. You might be giving them an ultimatum, like if they are either in a relationship already, sneaking around, or they have toxic habits of some kind, right? You might be giving them an ultimatum and telling them to choose a path, you know, because you might be telling them to stop whatever addiction they have, smoking or some kind of horrible thing like that. If you want to be with me, you got to quit. You know, but that's what I feel is happening here. I feel like with this Queen of Swords, I feel like that's kind of you coming in through here, Capricorn. Maybe they're seeing you as someone who's not going to tolerate someone approaching them with any type of toxic energy. You'll just cut it out, right? I think they know they have a decision to make here. So what are their actions? I'm not seeing much, really. I see them thinking about you. I think they need, what I'm seeing here is they need to make this transformation within themselves, to really be honest with themselves, to do this deep dive emotionally, to figure out what they really want. And I think that's what the ultimatum is, that maybe Capricorn, you're telling them, is you got to choose what you really want here. Do you want that, or do you want something solid? But I don't even know why you would even give somebody like that an ultimatum. I would just send them to, personally, I wouldn't let someone like that in my life. Toxicity of any kind, addictions, nope. Nope. So, I mean, I know this one feels like it's hard for you and them. Not me, but it's not my situation. So what's the outcome here? Let's see. Potential outcomes. Okay, potential. Disaster. Oh, I laugh because it's uncomfortable laughter. Yeah, it's King of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, let's see what's crossing it before I really just say it's a disaster, you know. Not a solid foundation at all. It won't last. You know, we have that player energy with the King of Wands. We got this control over here. Combined with that devil energy is really not great. Let's see. 6 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. Staying single. And the Tower again. Yeah, okay. All right. So, my goodness. This person, I'll be honest with you, now that everything is coming together here, this person is a train wreck. They feel victorious in some way when they do this, when they wreck things, or when they nuke bridges, or when they tell somebody off. They get this rush and sense of power with that Emperor. So this feels like someone who very could be narcissistic. You know, they look at the devastation in their wake, and they think that this, by being like this, by leaving this trail of destruction behind them, that makes them the victor. And I don't like that at all. I don't like it. So the King of Wands here and the 9 of Pentacles, that's kind of what I was kind of feeling here. This is I hate to say it's player. 9 of Pentacles. That self-sufficient energy, wanting to stay single. You know, I don't feel like they have this huge connection to you here. I feel like this need to have fun, to sneak around, to do what they want to do, and just kind of wreak havoc here. I'm not getting good vibes at all with this one. You know, home wrecker. Look, it's what they do, you know. It's what they're best at. We have the Emperor and the Tower here. I mean, and it's to the point where they will even do things that... this is the kind of person with this Emperor and the Tower that if they can make someone else suffer or hurt, but they have to hurt themselves in order to do it, to cause that, they'll do it. Now, that's not the kind of person I want for you, Capricorn, at all. This is just destruction for the sake of destruction here. I don't like it. That's the vibe I'm getting in. So beware of this person coming in, because they're a hot mess, and just no good can come of this. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's that, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, this is who is coming towards you right now for whenever you are watching this reading. It has been a mixed bag, but the last few readings have been kind of cautionary. So let's see if we can get a good one. It all just depends on what energy is coming through. So let's see. Aquarius. Who's coming towards you? King of Cups. So far, so good. Scorpio energy. Ah, we have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Yep, so far, so good. So we have some Taurus energy there. That Four of Wands is Aries energy. It's Venus energy. So let's see what's crossing this. Let's hope it's good. Ah, King of Swords. Okay. Head over heart. And we have Ace of Pentacles and Justice. Ooh, okay. You reap what you sow. Definitely looking at that. So this is an interesting combination here. We do have Aquarius. I don't feel like this is you, Aquarius, but you could be on their mind, very literally. This feels like someone who has a balance of their wisdom and their emotional maturity and control. So they might be choosing head over heart here because this is what's crossing right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Very protective of their own heart. They want something that they can see growing in the future. This is long-term, big picture thinking here. And someone who, like I said, is very emotionally mature. So they're definitely wanting the right person. You know, there's a lot of authority there, which is good. Look at these yellow cards here. So we have this card of marriage and commitment, partnerships, and this new profitable and prosperous beginning. This is a seed. So, you know, this is something new here. So I think they're seeing a lot of potential here with this commitment, this partnership with you. All right, just a second. All right, so they're trying to figure out what they need to do here with this Seven of Pentacles. It's analysis, looking at their time, effort, energy, resources. How can they work this in? And this is also knowing that they know the amount of work that relationships take, what they need to put into this, and they will reap what they sow. That's basically the Justice card. The Justice card doesn't judge. It's just a mirror. So they know that this will be as successful as their efforts, right? So very mature thinking here. And they're thinking long term. Will this be profitable in some way? And when I say profitable, I don't mean like money wise, although it could be that too. You know, is this worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth their efforts? So they're thinking about this very logically, very rationally for someone who is so deep in their emotions. They're not showing that at all. They're not showing their hand here, Aquarius, at all. So let's look at their future actions and see what's going on. Do they get it figured out? Ten of Wands. I think they have a lot of responsibilities. High Priestess. There's that sense of knowing. And the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. Fate, serendipity. Very bordering on like the mystical. You know, like maybe they're getting signs and symbols pointing towards you or vice versa. Yeah, we have that King of Pentacles. So yeah, they have a lot of responsibilities. And that's why they're looking at that Seven of Pentacles like, is this worth my time, effort, energy, money? There it is again. It's on their mind. Oh, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. I think they're coming to the conclusion that this connection, this partnership with you is going to be very, very good. Very good. That's, hey. So, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? With that Seven of Pentacles? Is it worth them putting so much effort into this? Because relationships, they are effort. They do not maintain themselves. They just don't. They will wither and die if there's not, you know, both of you working on this and putting effort towards it. But on the other side of this, I think this person is very self-sufficient. They know their worth with this King of Pentacles. We definitely have that. It's embedded here. And so They have a lot of responsibilities, and maybe they're, I don't think this is the kind of person that asks for help at all. That they will do things all on their own. Um, that's what I'm feeling here. They don't look for help. They don't ask for help. Would they like help? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they like the satisfaction of completing things all on their own. I know I'm that way. Um, so, Aquarius, what does this mean for you? I think when this person decides they want something, they're fully committed. They are ready to put in the hard work, you know, and see things through. So this is a person who is very committed when they make up their mind, because we have the 4 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands. When they decide they want something, that's it. They're going to commit 100% of themselves to it. And so we have the High Priestess and the 7 of Pentacles. The High Priestess is, we have that in combination with the King of Swords. So not only do they see things from a very high perspective logically, they're seeing things from a high perspective and a sense of knowing intuitively. And we also have that with the King of Cups. It's a Scorpio energy. And so they might, I think they have very high intuition. They're probably seeing signs and serendipity, and as they are trying to figure this out with the 7 of Pentacles, I think even if they're not actively asking for a sign, they are in a way. You know what I'm saying? Let me know this is the right person, that kind of energy. They're trying to figure it out. And by spending that time thinking about this, is it worth it? They will get the signs that will point them in this direction. We're getting a lot of pentacles here, a lot of earth energy, as you can see. So this, for some of you who's coming towards you, this could be a business partner. And let me tell you, this is a match made in 10 of Pentacle heaven. This is, lots of riches. This is a harvest. This feels very lucky, very serendipitous. This is bigger. The payout here, the harvest, is greater than you could possibly imagine. This is like winning the lottery. Bam, right there. Whether this is actually talking about finances or the two of you coming together, you might be a power couple. Because look at all these pentacles. So this is looking really, really good to me, Aquarius. So let's see what is the outcome here. What is the outcome? Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. There we have some love. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So the Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. It's slow. They want to take things slow. They want to make sure this is right connection. But there's an offer of love and opportunity. For this is a match, Aquarius. It feels like it. Judgment. Woo. Scorpio energy. The Fool on the Ace of Cups. You got to be kidding me. And then the Moon. Yeah, you may not see how great potential is here. This feels like the deciding moment. They're looking at this opportunity here for a brand new life, for starting something new, leaving the past behind, because that's what we have here, leaving your old life behind and starting something new. I can't stress new enough, because we have the Fool, we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, twice the Ace of Pentacles. Take a chance on this. Let me tell you, there's so much success that you can't really see yet. So I had a feeling you were going to show up here, Aquarius. There you are with the Fool. Yeah. Taking a leap of faith on this love, this new love, this opportunity coming in. This is one of the best readings so far, Aquarius. It's so weird. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So it started out really great with Aries, and it moved through Taurus and Gemini, and then it started to get a little wonky, and now it's coming back again. I don't know, ebb and flow. So yeah, this is a new opportunity for a heart's desire. Oh, yes. You might have to face some fears here with this. It feels like it's too good to be true, but it's not. It's not. This is true. It's real. You know, for those of you that are resonating with this, yeah, you 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 don't see this coming. You don't. That's why we have this moon energy here. You don't see it coming. It just kind of comes out of the blue. And you got that blue moon, once in a blue moon opportunity here with this person. All right, Aquarius, that's your reading. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let's move to Pisces. All right, Pisces, last but certainly not least, here is your who's coming towards you reading. And we have a card jumping out already. So this is for whenever you watch this. Could be a Leo. Oh, yeah, could be a Leo. We have the Seven of Wands coming out. So who is this person? They have victory on their mind. Want to have a victory with you. Oh, and maybe commitment, partnerships. Let's keep looking. Let's see. Queen of Swords. I think they are selective. They're not going to let just anyone into their life. Probably experienced some heartbreak at some point in the past, but yeah, if they offer something to you, it's special. I think it's meaningful. They don't just throw their love around. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we have. Ooh, Judgment. Wow. Up, Three of Swords. That's part of that Queen of Swords energy. Oh, Five of Cups. Yeah, I definitely, when I saw that Queen of Swords, I felt like this person has been through some stuff. So let's see what's going on here. They're ready for a new start, a new beginning. They want victory, that's for sure. Okay, we have this Judgment here. We have some Scorpio energy. They want something new. And they, like I said, they want victory here. They want new. That's what's happening. They've had heartbreak before in the past with commitments and partnerships. And that's what the Queen of Swords is saying here, because she's been through all those swords. Whether this is masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But I think this is very telling, because I think despite the fact that they've had, you know, heartbreak and stuff in the past, they still want a new beginning. So I'm curious to see what else is going to come up. So the Five of Cups is loss, regret, sorrow. Some of them, I'm going to tell you right now, they might be a widow or a widower. I think they actually lost a partner. So not that they had people treating them poorly. I think for some of you, this person has actually suffered a loss. You know what I'm saying? And you might be their first connection since this loss or sadness. I don't feel like they're still in this energy, okay? Because I definitely feel they're in this. They are ready for a new beginning. I feel like this is in the past. But like I said, they're very selective. They're not going to just be out in the bars and you know, hoochie mama thing. It's not that, you know. I don't know why that came out like that. I just heard that song, ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. But they're not that, you know, or dude. They're not a gigolo. Does anybody say gigolo anymore? I don't think so. Page of Cups. Yeah, there's an offer here. Hermit. Yeah, I think they've been alone. You know, Knight of Cups. Yeah, they are definitely ready to offer themselves to someone after going through that and being in hermit mode. Just thinking about, you know, having something new with someone. And you don't have to be an older person to have lost someone. Things happen, you know, but I think they're ready now. They've done the inner healing with the Hermit, or that's what I'm seeing so far. That's what I'm seeing so far. So let's continue. So this is their future actions here. Four of Wands again. Yeah. Strength card. And the Two of Swords. They're not sure if you're going to accept, you know, and that's okay. I mean, that's logical, it's reasonable, but they definitely want to have a family with you. There is an offer here, communication. This might be good news coming to you, but they definitely want this, right? And they're having to build themselves up here, Pisces. This is a lot of inner talk, self-talk, building themselves up, saying that they're, you know, they're ready and they're worth it. You know, like I said, I don't feel like that heartbreak there is from someone doing something terrible. I feel like they lost someone, okay? But it could be different for those of you. But they're talking themselves out of this hermit zone. It's time to get back out there. It's time to have connections again. So this feels really good to me so far. They are, they have a little bit of indecision here in that they're not sure if you're interested in them. They are taking action. They are moving towards you. They do have commitment in mind, okay? But they're just not sure. You know, they're probably 50-50, you know, whether or not you want this too. So maybe kind of drop some hints if you are interested with this person, if you know who this is and that they've had this loss in the past. All right, so let's get what is the outcome here. What's the outcome? So I think they do want this. They do want to make this move towards you, but I don't know if they've decided yet if they will. Now, if it had been reversed the other way, Two of Swords with the Knight of Cups on top, we could definitely say, yes, they are moving forward. But here, I'm just not sure yet, okay? So, outcome. Nine of Pentacles, Justice, and the Page of Swords. They might be choosing to stay single a little bit longer with that Nine of Pentacles and just watch you. They might just be watching and looky-loo. Yep, could be. Let's see what's crossing before I make my final judgment here. Oh, Hierophant. Got the Four of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. We have the Four Wands twice. We have the Hierophant. This could be a proposal. It could be that you're single too. But there's this energy here of them being single. So this could be, this Knight of Pentacles could be their self-sufficient energy. Right? It very well could be. It just depends on your situation. We do have this officiant here with the Hierophant. It's a blessing. So maybe they're looking for a blessing, or they're kind of I feel like this is weird. I feel like they're asking the universe, or, you know, whatever religion they are in, if this is a blessed union. That's not how I talk, but that's what I'm feeling here. They're wanting some type of confirmation from the universe that it's okay to proceed. I get this feeling of asking for permission. It feels very old-timey. I don't know why. That's so weird. So we have Justice here, and Justice doesn't judge. I know I say that a lot. This is Libra energy. It's having things in balance. But with the Four of Pentacles, what are they holding on to? Are they holding on to the past too tightly? If they are holding on to the past too tightly, it would say that they're not quite ready. Not quite ready. But I think they're coming to realization here that if they don't let go, then that's what they'll get more of. That they'll stay single and that they won't move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just a mirror. You reap what you sow. Whatever you put in, the universe matches. So if they don't open themselves up to receiving, they won't get this victory. They won't get this new beginning. So I feel a bit of a back and forth energy here. It's that indecision. It's that Two of Swords all over this. So we have the Page of Swords, which ultimately is them just watching, not reaching out, but really thinking about it hard. With the Seven of Pentacles, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is this worth their time, effort, energy, and all of that? And so, unfortunately, this is not telling me that, yes, they're going to make a move. It seems like they're waiting for a sign from the universe. That's what it feels like, Pisces. That's what it feels like. They're waiting for a sign, a blessing of something to come in, you know, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird. All right, we're going to do one more reading. We're going to do a collective. So if none of the readings hit, maybe the collective will. So let's get this cleaned up and we'll do that. All right, this is a collective bonus reading for who's coming towards you. So if none of the other readings resonated with you, this one might, or you just watch it. So here we go. This is for whoever is coming towards you for the collective. Let's see what's going on here. And we've had a mix across the board for these readings. As I expected, some were fantastic, some were disaster. Don't know what this one's going to be. Hopefully it's fantastic. Let's see. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Chariot. Ooh, okay. So we have some Aquarius energy. We have Cancer energy. The Three of Pentacles is Capricorn. All right, let's see what's crossing this. I don't want to speculate just yet. All right, what do we have? We have Two of Cups. Oh, soulmate energy, Two of Wands. A lot of duality here in the Six of Swords. We have a lot of movement, okay? They could be at a distance. They could be at a distance. So we have soulmate energy here with this King of Swords. Woo-wee. All right. So the Two of Cups is Venus energy. It's Cancer. You know, it doesn't have to be that. But the King of Swords, not very emotional though, right? Very logical, very wise. Someone who looks at the big picture. Someone who has like a vision for the future, like really long term. You know, this is someone who thinks very, very far into the future. So this connection feels very spiritual. I feel like you're being divinely brought together here. Yeah, definitely. You might be meeting each other at some type of work convention. Something is bringing you together here. It feels like something not necessarily to do with work, but something creative. You might be doing something creative that they meet you that way, you know, in order to employ your services, or vice versa. So one or both of you are putting yourself or your work out there on display, and that's how they find you. Okay, that's how I'm reading this. And we have this Two of Wands here. I think they have to leave their comfort zone, or they have to travel to get to you. That's what this feels like. It feels like there's distance here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the star come up. If we think of the King of Swords, that's Aquarius energy, that's Fool energy, star energy, you know, possibly in there. So they see this and they are just drawn to you. Like I said, with that Two of Cups, they're like, wow. You know, it's like a magnet type energy. But they have to leave a comfort zone, or they have to leave like where they currently are to come towards you. I'm definitely getting travel here with the Chariot and the Six of Swords. And we do have victory, but mainly what I'm seeing is distance and travel. There's focus here. I'm feeling that with the Two of Cups here. And so the Six of Swords, I'm seeing this little frog here. It's like good luck or something. You've had to kiss a few frogs, maybe. But this is leaving the past behind. This is clearing their mind with that Six of Swords. You know, very clear thinking. And we have clarity with the King of Swords energy. They're very clear about you. I don't even know if you know who this person is yet. I don't even know if you've met them. They feel like they know you on a soul level, which is really something. So I feel like there is movement of them coming towards you. They're very clear that this is what they want. They're choosing that path. How interesting. All right, let's see what their future actions are, because it already looks like they're coming towards you right here in that first row. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see future actions here. We have the Six of Pentacles. I don't know why I was thinking 5, but I don't know. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So that's equal reciprocity. Ooh, equal reciprocity. We have victory here with the Ace of Swords. Oh, and the High Priestess. There's that connection. You two are very spiritually connected. When I say soulmates, I mean really, really soulmates. Oops, look at that. Now we have, there it is, the Hierophant coming in on the same row as the High Priestess. So you are divine counterparts in a very spiritual way. You know what I'm saying? This is incredible. Wow. Five of Pentacles here. And the Seven of Cups. Interesting. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles in the same row. So there's victory here over something that feels like it wasn't achievable with that Five of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles here, how interesting that these came out in the same row with their actions. It's about equal reciprocity, equal give and take. You know, you have blessings here. This is that path. The Hierophant is on that path. He's like the pinnacle of this self-worth and the path of mastery. And so I think it's interesting that this Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, they have clarity here and victory over what they've been struggling with. So I don't feel like they're struggling with their pentacles. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this person is probably, you know, very self-sufficient, monetarily wise. I think they have the ability to give charity to others. You know, because that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing a figure give to others. And I think they're very giving. They're very charitable. They might have a nonprofit. They might have a nonprofit. How interesting. And so I think this person could be an expert, because we do have the King of Swords here and the Hierophant. They might be the head of a nonprofit or CEO. I think they're very charitable here. But we have this Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. I'm trying to figure out, like, they have victory here over this, right? And the Five of Pentacles is about loss. It's about weaknesses. Maybe you make them feel weak here. Because I'm not getting the traditional Five of Pentacles feeling. Okay? It could be that one of you might have fallen on a little bit of hard times. And they might be coming in, I don't want to say like a knight in shining armor, but it feels like you are in need of them. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think they sense that you need them for some reason. That's what I'm getting here. You need them in your life. I don't know why it's coming through like that, you guys, but that's what it feels like. And they're ready to come in and assist. They're like, I've got you. I've got you. Because it feels to me like with this Five of Pentacles that one or both of you feels lost without the other one. Because I do feel a very deep spiritual soul connection here that is bringing you two together. The High Priestess, very much like the King of Swords, has a very broad sense of knowing. It's more intuition based than knowledge and wisdom based. And we have all these options around you being spoiled for choice, but I think there's only one real true option, and it's this person. So I feel like they have a lot to offer here, and I think you do too, to this relationship. This is such a strange message coming in. It's like you communicate telepathically, is what I'm feeling like here. And I think when you two come together, the opportunities really start to flow in. Really starts to flow in. That's what I'm getting here, because we have this Hierophant and High Priestess. That's a very spiritual divine counterpart. So I think the luck changes in a good way, and opportunities just open up. So, but I'm not getting actions here, though. It all feels in the ethereal, like psychic connection, bringing you two together somehow, some way. Maybe I'm getting this nonprofit, not sure why, or some kind of assistance. Maybe you're looking for help, and it doesn't need to be, I'm not trying to say that you're down on your luck or you're needy or something like that, but there's something here that's bringing you two together that's creatively aligned. Like maybe you're an artist, starving artist, right? And you're putting your work out there on display, and that's how you're needing their help, as in patronage, right? To, come and purchase something you are doing that would really help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling here. And they're looking for this thing, and they're looking for it, this thing that you have to offer, and you are looking for someone to offer it to. And boom, you connect. That's very serendipitous. I think that's what I'm finally trying to get out here. That's the message. You're drawing each other into each other by him wanting something and you having it. That would really help you a lot right now, is what I'm feeling. It would actually help you monetarily. All right, so what's the outcome here? Let's see. It's a 5 of Pentacles again. It's the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. Oops. Slam. The outcome. Outcome. Wow. 4 of Pentacles in the same row. We have the World here and the 3 of Swords. Okay, interesting combination. But I'll tell you what I'm feeling here with this 5 of Pentacles, okay? This is, I'd say it's you, collective, but you're focused on your strengths, right? You're putting yourself, some type of work out on display. And like I said, starving artist, you're looking for the right investors or people to, patronize you, as in be a patron and buy your services, right? And here comes this person ready to give. I mean, I think they're coming with an offer here that they want to share with you. They want to give it to you. They're finding you. This is bringing you two together, okay? So here comes this person ready to purchase your services. This is how you meet. I know it's crazy, right? That's what I'm feeling. So the outcome, they're coming in. They're going to offer to take in whatever it is I feel like you're selling something. You're offering something here, some type of creative work. I don't think you see this coming. I think you've been very worried about this whole process. Like if you gave up a job that maybe wasn't paying that well in the beginning, and now you're doing something creative and you're having to wait for things to pay out and pay off and that sort of thing, you could be very worried about your circumstances. But what is coming, what you don't see, maybe you're just trusting your intuition here, is there is a whole new doorway about to open for you. Huge. A new chapter, a new book. This is a new beginning here with the World card. Okay. But here's the thing. Is what this person offering, because they're offering it here, is it enough? Is it to get you started, or does it not feel like enough? It's being crossed by the 3 of Swords. Maybe you're disappointed in this initial offer. Maybe you were hoping for a lot more. What a weird reading for the end here. But I feel like there's disappointment here. Or maybe it could be that this person, wishes they could give more, but this is like the max amount they can invest in this. It feels like an investment, it really does. So this could be a business partnership, but something is bringing you two together for some reason here. And it could be that there is some healing that needs to happen here over something that you experienced in the past that you're holding on to. You're holding on to some type of pain here. And that needs to be let go. That has to be released for this new stuff to come in, because you do have something coming in for you. It's a soulmate energy. It's wanting to give to you. But this could be blocking it. This could be blocking it. That's what I'm feeling. So definitely time to release that worry and stress and be open to this new opportunity coming in. What else can I say? That I feel like that's it. So let me know in the comments below if you resonated with any of these readings, if you'd like to see more of these on the Sunday readings. They are quite long, so that's why I split it into 2 different parts. Makes it easier to upload. All right, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.